me around. In fact, that's where I broke my hip, actually, was in the hospital. But I hip, black eyes, cuts, scrapes. I've been beat up many times. I've been beat up where I was hospitalized. And it's very hard to defend yourself when you're hearing voices. And not only can they interrupt the way you speak, but you can be right in the middle of the fight. I remember in one fight, this guy was going down. I mean, I was mad, and I was moving it. I hit him twice before he hit me, before his punch even got close to me. I was moving him for the kill, and then the next thing I know, I'm on the ground. And I don't know, probably a blackout. I mentioned in one of my earlier videos that they did have the ability to make me blackout. They've even robbed me. They've had me blackout. I'll explain that one in a second. But right in the middle of a fight, they won't make me blackout. So it's very hard to defend yourself as a TI. If you're really going to defend yourself as a TI, for me, self-hypnosis seems to be overcoming that kind of stuff. I was in Vaughn's, and I pulled out a $20 bill to get it ready, and the next thing and I'm beginning to get better at noticing what's going on. I just kind of fuzzed out, and the next thing I know, the $20 bill's gone, and some people in the store, like, they're always acting funny, but they're acting more funny than normal. So, they've been robbed that way. So, just kind of tricks that they do, they're just to make my life. I don't think they really needed the $20 bill. I think it was just a way to give me more stress and more worry and more what the hell's going on and more paranoia. Why are these people letting this go on? And that kind of weird stuff. And, well, the $20 bill was just gone. It was nowhere. Just vanished. I obviously blacked out. I kind of felt myself fuzz out that time. So I'm getting more and more better at dealing with their attacks. But I have been physically assaulted, as well as had all these other things that I mentioned in the earlier videos as well. But I did want to get that in there, that they will do that to you. I listened on the talks. A guy asked me if I've ever been hit with the Medusa, and I'd forgotten about this time. I was waiting on the bus, and there were some perps around me. One perp in particular was standing very close to me, and she was like something was going to happen, and I could tell that they were anticipating something to happen, and I'm like looking at them, and the next thing I know, whammo, and I just get hit with some kind of thing that, I mean, it was a bigger dizzy spell than the normal ones. It was, I've heard people call it, I think I'm referring to right, some people say it's a Medusa attack. And I went to go down, and the one that was closest to me was already ready, but I don't know why she was going to catch me. I don't know why all of a sudden I don't know why they didn't want me to just fall there, but she was ready to catch me. She was an older lady. She was an old lady. She was a perp. There's no doubt about that. And I got hit with that, and I sort of managed to stay standing. I just about hit the ground. I mean, it was a beam meant to knock you out. And hit with that kind of stuff. That's one time that I remember, I'm sure, as I flip through the months and days and stuff, I'll find more attacks like that and more stuff that, that probably are well worth mentioning to you, but I was trying to get a record of it now, as well as educate other TIs on the different types of attacks, so you kind of know what's going on. Another important thing, the voices over the years with me, they changed to different people. And first it was like the cops, and then it was my neighbors, and then it was like friends, and then it was like family, and then it was like, it would constantly be changing, like different people, and it was people I don't know, a lot of people I don't know, people from my past, people that I just met, people that were like business rivals, that kind of stuff. People that I'd gone into competition with business with and run them out of business, and they had grudges against me. or felt that I'd wronged them or something like that. And, different people, that were pulling these strings, that were doing this. And I really think that that's a confusion game. But they are able to mimic, different people. I touched on this briefly in the other video, but I think it bears more repeating because I think that confuses a lot of the TIs out there. They buy into this. It's this person, that person, and that. And even though I'm not saying these people aren't involved, but I don't think that these business rivals and stuff like that really have well, in my case, there's no way they'd have the capability to do what they did to me. I mean, it's not possible. I mean, I've had tens of thousands of people gang stalking me. Tens of thousands. It wasn't just thousands, it was tens of thousands. And it was ridiculous. But I notice a lot of TIs are confused about that. They'll say, that, well, not a lot, but I have talked to some that they think that it might be their personal enemy that they've had in the past. It's like tracked them down because that's the voice that they're hearing. And I really don't think that that's necessarily the case. I think that they got the technology somehow, and this technology is still classified. The voices are able to communicate with you lightning fast. And it's just incredible what this thing does. It really is. It's a lightning fast conversation that you have at the speed of thought, which is basically the speed of light almost. That's why when I said that I've been through more in 5 minutes than most people have been in their entire life, in my case this is true, because in 5 minutes I had a zillion conversations with these people, and this stretched out for years. It was unbelievably, mind-bogglingly bad. The store manager that set me up to put me in jail at that grocery store, the store manager that grabbed me, and this is from an earlier video. I filed a lawsuit in order to get me to drop. They were doing all kinds of stuff to make my life miserable. Things is probably when things were at their absolute worst, and well, I don't know if that's true or not. It was. I do remember it being very, very bad at this time. And the store manager that set me up, that helped the cops set me up in line, said that I was doing this and that, and got the cops involved. And that whole situation, he's now a cop now. They gave him a promotion for. They gave him promotion.